One thing that I say to the leaders is where the Spirit of God is, there's liberty. But we don't do business on the platform because we have found that money...
Did you do business at some point in time? I said, okay, no more.
Yeah, people would advertise whatever it is, and then there would be issues of, oh my goodness, I connected with somebody offline, and then the business didn't go too well, you know. But that defeats the primary purpose of our staying together. We're not here to network, and that's what I say to women, right? It is a prayer group, purely a prayer group. We're registered now as an NGO. Yes, it is strictly to do charitable things, women coming together to do good things. One of the myths that God has helped us to debunk is when women gather together, there would always be fights. Thankfully, there have been a few misunderstandings, but love has conquered everything.
How did that happen? Is it keeping the business out of?
Business, yes. The little rancorings and stuff that happen.
Take business and men out.
Take business. Take business out. 2 husbands have actually called me to say, I don't know what, when my wife started your platform, I just told her it was a waste of time. She was taking my time, my personal time with her. But, madam, I'm calling to say thank you because I've seen tremendous changes. My wife doesn't talk back at me. You know, and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but you know, when you say this is okay, you say it's not like life is perfect in their own families.
No.
You know, but how have you helped them to manage things like domestic abuse, for example, and things like that?
Wow, we've got,
because it happens.
Yeah, and we've got the thing with domestic abuse is in sharing. A problem shared is almost half solved. And there was this beautiful day on the platform that a few women came out to talk about abuse. And
it started pouring in.
Yes. It just was like the gates were open. And women who, before now, I thought had perfect marriages, began pouring out. And we have counselors on the platform. And so what they did was to take each person up. So people who couldn't boldly go to seek external help, they found help with their sisters, because we call each other sisters. Yes.
And this help, you see, I go in that way because when it comes to women coming together and praying, they're praying for their children, they're praying for their husbands, or praying for wanting to have children, or wanting to have husbands, or having bad husbands.
Right.
You know, so even though you don't bring men into the platform, how do you help them negotiate those relationships, understanding that you're not saying they should forget themselves and be absorbed by the men and tolerate every single bad thing?
No. We talk a lot about a woman getting to know herself, and that formed like almost a year's discussion where we talked about a woman rediscovering herself. And so we had things like, we've done topics like personality, why I behave the way I do, right? Understanding ourselves, right? Understanding our love languages. Those are all topics we treat topics weekly, right? And we take an expert within the platform to share.
So how does this go? You say today we're talking about love language.
Yeah, so we've got a timetable, and you know a month ahead to prepare. So every Tuesday is Bible, Mondays are testimonies, right? Tuesdays Bible study, Wednesdays and Thursdays are discussion days. Fridays, Monday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. is prayer. So whatever topic we had discussed through the week, on Fridays, we pray about those topics.
So between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Fridays, every orange butterfly
is praying. Yes, we're praying and fasting.
Saturday, what happens?
Saturdays, we call it the rant day. Say what you like. Somebody upset you, talk about it. Why talk to someone who's not on the same wavelength as you?
Isn't it difficult to coordinate 400 people on some handheld platform? So why do you guys aggregate? Sometimes you.
Most times, people are busy. The platform is open 24 hours.
And to anybody?
So, to members. We had to start streamlining our members. Yes, it became important not to just accept everyone because we didn't have the capacity. We still don't have the capacity to manage every. But because people work, some people are morning people, some people are afternoon people. So the chatter is. Some people open their phones. You can open your phone by 6 p.m. and you see 1,800 messages. Yes.
Then how do you have a life for yourself?
Me personally.
Because you're the one that coordinates. Do you have a secretary?
Yes, we do.
Okay, really?
Yes, we do. We have an executive council, and those are the founding members and the anchors.
How many in that?
There are 11 of us.
Okay.
And then we've got the governing council. So that's a yearly. The people are re-elected yearly. Yeah.
So what would you say is because we're saying this now, it doesn't mean that Orange Butterfly is a be-all, end-all.
No.
But it's something that you recommend for a lot of people to try to create, is it?
True.
So, because it's something that people need to have, that support system. So what tips would you give to somebody who wants to say, okay, you know what, we need that kind of support system?
Okay, so I'll give a great example. On the platform, we have people who are great at listening.
How do you know that? Eventually, over time, you'll find out.
You find that once somebody... I don't pick up on every discussion. Yeah, there's some things that interest me, there's some things I'm passionate about, and some things I don't think it's... Yeah, and that's why the anchors are very diverse people, you know. But we found that there are people who are great at listening to other people. And sometimes all a woman wants to do is listen, to be listened to. And so they became focus groups.
Oh.
So we have numbers, you just want to talk. You don't want advice. You just want somebody to go, wow, really? Oh my goodness. And that became, when this listener shares on the platform, it's a big deal because she's passionate about listening to someone else. This was something that I didn't think existed.
That somebody would just have that kind of passion.
That somebody would be passionate about listening to another. Yeah.
And that also helps the other person that sometimes just want somebody to hear.
Yeah.
So as we navigate our year, I wanted to finally tell people, last year was a tough year for everybody.
Yes, it was.
But we made it through. Thank God for that. As we navigate the year, what are the things we should have in mind, learn from lessons from recession and etc.?
I adopted something, and I think I adopted it a bit too late, but it was, I don't see a recession. So I want to liken this to the American elections. What you see is pretty much what you adopt. Yeah. Trump didn't see himself losing till the very end. Before the results started coming in, he was saying he was winning in particular states. And even the CNN correspondent was a bit confused at a point. Where are you getting these results from? And this was something that I had adopted late, but early enough.
The power of positive thinking.
Positive thinking. I have been through quite a bit in the past 2 years. Yeah. Business being topsy-turvy, not even knowing the direction to things, my inability to import. And it seemed as if the walls were coming in on me. But then I chose to look at things different.
So we should learn to look.
Exactly. When we look and determine to see things differently, we will see the difference.
Right? And we'll attain that difference.
And we would attain.
Thank you very much, Dr.
You're welcome.
I've tried to learn to speak like you, but I can't. But for now, I will speak very gently.
I thought I was shouting. I did talk about seeing the butterfly, though.
Oh, that's true. Oh, well.
Another time.
Another time. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll see you again. For those of you watching, we'll see you again. Same time, same channel next week.
Thank you.